I was actually born the year before Church Army started. The big event was that a team of officers came from the UK to commence the Church Army here in Australia.
And they gave me a tract which cost 3 cents with like the 4 spiritual laws or something similar, and a prayer that you could pray at the end if you wanted to ask Jesus into your life, which I did. I was then called into Church Army the very next year at the age of 19.
I was excited and passionate and hopeful about mobilizing Church Army evangelists, not just in parishes, but out into the fields among the least, the last, and the lost.
But when we opened Berkeley up, normally commissioning services in the church building and choirs and all, but we had a wrestling ring out the front here, we had jumping castles, we had band, and that was sort of the sign that this church is going to be a little different than the other churches. It's not a short-term fix, because one guy comes to our church, he was visited for 4.5 years, every Thursday until he came to church. Christians have to be around non-Christians to be able to do that sort of stuff.
Well, he came back beaming that he and his son had got on really well. This guy was now out of addiction, and they got on really well. And he said in front of the church, "This effing prayer works, you know."
And the words church in the Clarence came to me, but not just as a thought. I was excited by that term, church in the Clarence.
It has been my life. It's now 60 years this year. I'm still regarded a Church Army officer.
And certainly there's a legacy there, and I think we ought to thank God and praise God. I'm very thankful for being part of Church Army, because it is what equipped me and inspired me and encouraged me in my ministry for a lot of years.